This is a Dell PowerEdge R710. This is a multi-user operating system. So in this, how you can interact with this hardware, guys? How we can interact with this hardware? Guys, understood? Yeah. So we need a Linux. Which Linux OS we are installing? We are installing the CentOS 9. We are installing the CentOS 9. Guys, understood? So where we can install our Linux OS, we can install the Linux OS on that physical hardware. So that physical hardware is Dell PowerEdge R71. Okay. So Dell PowerEdge R710, guys. Guys, understood? The CentOS 9. So we install the CentOS 9 OS, Linux OS on Dell PowerEdge R710 or 710. Guys, understood? Yeah. Now you understood the Dell PowerEdge. We are installing the CentOS 9. Right. Next. Yeah, guys. So this is the odd Dell PowerEdge server, and you install the OS. The OS is how you can interact with this OS, guys. CentOS 9 Linux OS is installed, and so so you have a thought, guys. You have a thought. You want to implement that. You want to deploy your application, right? So for example, this is the server. The developers. What is that? So you have a thought. You are the developer. You have a thought, and you deploy the code, and so this code is something like WhatsApp. What is called a WhatsApp or Facebook, right? fb.jar, for example, fb.java. So right, so you developed the code through Java, so definitely you need to install the Java. Okay, and which web server you are installing, you are deploying your code. So for example, Tomcat web server. Which web server, guys? Tomcat web server. So we will install this. Right. After Tomcat installation, so we need to deploy our code. So what is the code, guys? You deploy. The code is something like fb.jar or back. What is that? fb.jar. This code is fb.jar, facebook.jar. So right, you bought the server and you kept the server in the. So where you kept the server? Kept the server in our home, guys. For example, where you kept the server? You kept the server in our home. Okay, and you deployed a code. So what you provided for this? You have a one internet act internet and power. So we have a one power. So we have a one power and we have a one internet backup. So this is the Facebook, right? Initially, so the UI everything is good, and there is no power failure. There is no internet failure. So right, daily how many people? Something like a 10,000 people or 1,000 people. 10,000 people are signing up the account, right? So after 1 week, 70,000 people are actively using your website because of UI. Everything looks good, and the people are using your website, right? After seventh day onwards, every 1 hour power, the power will goes down. So that time your website will be available or not, guys. So that time it will shows the site cannot be reached. So that site cannot be reached, right? Site can't be reached. Whenever you click the facebook.com, it shows the site cannot be reached. Why the site cannot be reached? Because of your your hardware is in shutdown. Your hardware is shut down. And every 2 hours, every 2 hours, the internet will goes down and came up, right? So that time also the site cannot be reached. That time also the site cannot be reached. So, so after 1 week, the people are decreasing. The people are removing their account from the Facebook. So finally, we have 20,000 people. What is it? What is it? So finally, we have a 20,000 people. I need a solution for this. I need a solution for this. So what is the solution? The solution is, so my site will not will not down anyway. So what we need? So we need a internet backup and we need a power backup. So who will provide the multiple internet backups and multiple power backups? So guys, so does anyone knows what is the solution? Guys, does anyone knows what is the solution?
To
Cloud.
keep server on,
Sorry,
server on.
we need to keep the server on.
So we can host
So
it in our cloud or something like that.
yeah, cloud is one. Yeah, we can host it in our cloud or else. So where we can before the cloud, where we can keep our servers. So before the cloud also, the servers will be deployed under somewhere, right? So where exactly? Yeah, I will tell you. So what is the solution? Who are providing the multiple internet backs and multiple internet backups and multiple internet backups, so power backups. The solution is call it as a data center. What is that, guys? Guys, what is that? Data center. So what is data center? So what is data center? So the data center provides the space, rental space to keep our server, and they are providing a 99.999% of uptime. They are providing 99.99% uptime. Is understood? So what is that? Data center. Data center. For example, in Hyderabad, control yes. Control is data centers. Okay. What is this? So this is the control is Asia's largest rated 4 data center. Okay. So this is the data center. So where we can keep our servers, we can keep our servers on the racks. What they are providing? They are providing the racks to keep our servers, to keep our servers. Guys, understood? So these are the racks. These are the racks. So we are providing, we are keeping our servers in these racks. Guys, understood? Yeah, you see, these all are the servers. These are the servers. So what they are providing? They are providing the rental space to keep our servers. For example, you see guys, this is. So these all are the servers. What they are providing? They are providing the rack space to keep our servers. So what they are providing? They are providing the 24 by 7 power backup, 24 by 7 internet backup. Guys, understood? So what is data
So then
center?
what's the difference between data center and cloud provider? Cloud? That was the
Yeah,
difference.
yeah, very good. Good question. So, what is the difference between a data center and cloud provider? If I start, it will go beyond that, but I will tell you. Yeah. So, what data center provides? Data centers provides IaaS. So, what is IaaS? Infra. So, infrastructure as a service. So, what they are providing? They are providing the infrastructure as a service. So here also providing the infrastructure as a service. So if you're having any issues with your servers, so you manually you need to go to the data center and resolve the issues. Manually need to go to the data center and resolve the issues. And if you keep the server, if you keep the server in the data center, if you are using or if you are not using, definitely we need to pay the money. Okay. And so what is the cloud? The cloud is the so the cloud concept. So same like as so before, how you are doing your banking transactions, how you are doing your insurance premiums, how you are doing your hospitalization, everything through manually, right? So slowly they are creating their application, web applications or a websites for the banking. So we don't need to go to the banking. We will do the transaction through online through the app. The same like as a thought comes into the Amazon company have a thoughts. So we can create a application, web application for the for connecting the infrastructure that is called as a cloud. So cloud basically connecting to the data center only. Cloud basically connecting to the data center. But here, everything we need to manually, we need to buy the server, we need to keep the server, we need to install the server, everything. Here we need a operation engineer and something like everyone. Right here. So this is the application. If you want to launch the instance is nothing but a server. If you want to launch the server here, right? So in one click, it will automatically create. How it will automatically create in one click? It's a predefined environment. Every cloud provider having their own data centers. What is that? A predefined environment. It's a predefined environment. Everyone, so every cloud provider having their own data centers and link up to the that application. So the AWS, the cloud having a global. So we can set a region specific. It's a region specific. If you want to launch the instance in US region, just you can connect to the console and you can select the region, you can launch the instance. Right. Here we need to go to the manually, we need to go to the data centers and we can keep our servers and we can install everything through manually. But how cloud came into picture? So they created a application for the infrastructure. They created a application for the infrastructure. Whenever you want, you can use that time only. That so pay per use basis, pay as you go. What is that? Pay as you go. So the slogan of the cloud is pay as you go. Understood? Guys, understood?